Once upon a time, a witch loved stories galore, and greedy as she was, she wanted more and more. When she saw that the librarian had stories of all kinds, she said, "I'll capture you, all your stories will be mine." There took place a curious chase through meadow, tree, and flower, till at last they ended up right at the witch's tower. Now poor Marian the librarian, a prisoner she'll stay, until the witch is happy and lets Marian go away.
Oh, hello. I was hoping you'd come back and help me get another story for Kerfumbly. This time, you know, we need a story about animals and a story that could really happen. Now, I've been thinking about that. What do real animals do? And I thought of one thing that real animals do. They walk in parades. So how about a parade story? I found some things that would work for that, too. Look, here's a baton. That helps lead the parade. And something else, here's a drum. That helps everyone in the parade march together. And one more thing. It's a saxophone. That's just one of the many instruments that make music in a parade. So, let's try these things and see what kind of a story we get. We'll turn the machine on. N-O spells no. I wonder what's wrong. Oh. Please add one untied shoe. One untied shoe? I wonder why our story needs one untied shoe. Oh, here it is. A shoe that is not tied. Let's try it again. It's called Wait for William by Marjorie Flack. Once there were 3 children who lived in a white house in Pollywinkle Lane in the village of Pleasantville. The oldest of these 3 children was a big boy whose name was Charles, and he was 8 years old. The middle one was a girl whose name was Nancy, and she was 6 years old. The youngest was a little boy, and his name was William, and he was just 4 years old. One summer morning, when William was riding his scooter up and down the walk, Charles said, "Hurry up, William, put away your scooter, and we'll take you down to Main Street to see the circus parade." And Nancy said, "Hurry up, William, wash your hands and comb your hair, and we will take you down to Main Street to see the circus parade." So William put away his scooter, and he washed his hands and combed his hair, and they all started out down Pollywinkle Lane on their way to Main Street to see the circus parade. "Hurry up, William," said Charles. "Walk faster, William. We must not be too late when we get to Main Street to see the circus parade." "Hurry up, William," said Nancy. "Walk faster, William, or we shall be too late when we get to Main Street to see the beginning of the circus parade." William walked faster, but Charles walked faster, and Nancy walked faster as they all hurried along down Pollywinkle Lane on their way to Main Street to see the circus parade. "Wait," called William. "Wait for me. My shoe is untied." "We can't wait," said Charles. "We can't wait," said Nancy, "or we shall all be too late when we get to Main Street to see the circus parade." So William walked faster and faster, but flap, flap went the shoestring. So William hopped and William galloped as he hurried along down Pollywinkle Lane on the way to Main Street to see the circus parade. Then, flop, off came William's shoe, and there he stood with one shoe off and one shoe on. "Wait for me," called William. "Wait for me! My shoes come off." But Charles and Nancy did not answer. They did not answer because they did not hear William. They did not hear William because they were too far away. And as they hurried along down Pollywinkle Lane on their way to Main Street to see the circus parade, they could not hear him. So William stopped, and he put on his shoe, and he tied the shoestring in a tight, firm knot. And then he slowly and carefully made the ends into a proper, neat bow. But when it was all done, Nancy and Charles were gone. They were nowhere in sight. So William ran alone. He ran alone down Pollywinkle Lane on his way to Main Street to see the circus parade. And then William stopped. He stopped at a corner because he heard music. William heard circus music coming nearer and nearer, and then William saw the circus parade coming to him, coming to William on its way to Main Street. First came the horses, and then came the band, and then came the camels. And then came a man leading an elephant. The man saw William. He saw William standing all alone because Charles and Nancy and everybody else in the whole village of Pleasantville had gone to Main Street to see the circus parade. "Want a ride?" called the man. "Yes," said William. So the man lifted William up high on the elephant, and William and the elephant paraded along to Main Street. William was so high, the branches of the trees were near him, and he looked down, way down on all the people of Pleasantville as they stood on Main Street to see the circus parade. William passed by the drugstore, he passed by the grocery store, and he passed by the church. And then, when he came to the post office, William looked down, way down, and there he saw Charles and Nancy and all their friends. Charles and Nancy and all their friends looked up, way up, and there on top of the elephant, they saw William riding the elephant in the circus parade. "Look at William!" shouted Charles. "Look at William!" shouted Nancy. "Look at William!" shouted all their friends. Then they all ran beside William as he rode the elephant in the circus parade. They went up Summer Street and then down High Street, and then they came to the corner of Pollywinkle Lane. Then the man lifted William down. He lifted William down, down to the ground again. "Thank you for the elephant ride," said William. The man said, "You're welcome." Then the man and the elephant went away. "Oh, tell us about it," begged Charles. Tell us about it, begged Nancy. Tell us about riding the elephant in the circus parade, begged all their friends. But William said, "Wait, wait, my other shoe is untied." So Charles waited, and Nancy waited, and all their friends waited, while William tied the shoestring in a good firm knot. And they waited while he slowly and carefully made the ends into a proper, neat bow. Then slowly they walked slowly with William, as he told them about riding the elephant down Main Street in the circus parade. So that's why we needed an untied shoe. If William hadn't stopped to tie his shoe, he wouldn't have been in the parade. I think Kerfumbly's going to like this story, don't you? And if she does, maybe she'll let me out of here. Come and help me call her. Left and right and Zachary Zoo, here's a story just for you. Ah, good. Here it is, a story about animals and a story that could really happen.
For me. Oh, thank you. Wait for William. Oh, but William is a little boy. Are there animals in this story? Oh, there are. Well, what are they doing? Walking in a parade. Could animals really walk in a parade? Well, yes, they can. You're right. Did William ride in the parade? He did. On an elephant. Oh, can people really ride on elephants? Yes, they can. So this is a story that could really happen. And it is about animals. And it is a fine story. Oh, but I want more. Oh, if I put a magic spell on this book. I'll try it. Oh, that hurt. My, well, I hope it works. Marion.
Yes?
This is a fine story.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
But it won't do.
Why not?
Why, it's too noisy.
Too noisy? What do you mean?
Just listen. What? Would you, like to hear that again? All right, listen.
I don't understand why that happened.
Well, let's just try another story. And this time, try and find one that's as quiet as a mouse.
As quiet as a mouse. I think I know a story like that. Would you come back next time and help me find one for her? Good. I'll see you then.
Once upon a time, a witch loved stories galore, and greedy as she was, she wanted more and more. When she saw that the librarian had stories of all kinds, she said, "I'll capture you, all your stories will be mine." There took place a curious chase through meadow, tree, and flower, till at last they ended up right at the witch's tower. Now poor Marion, the librarian, a prisoner she'll stay, until the witch is happy and lets Marion go away.